Hello world, my name is David, and welcome to The Shining text adventure game created using Python. This game is inspired by The Shining, directed by Stanley Kubrick. In this game, you're Danny Torrance, a little boy inside Overlook Hotel, who just awoke in the middle of the 10th floor to find his parents gone. Your goal is very simple yet effective. Find your parents and get out of that hotel. Functions were really the bread and butter to this game. I used plenty of functions for the navigation aspect. So navigating throughout the level involves a bunch of functions. You're given options whether to interact with objects such as the papers or switches, or to move to a different position. When the user enters an option, a function is usually invoked that corresponds to that option. So for example, if you open a door to a room, the room function will be invoked at that moment in time. 2D lists. Another method of creating navigation, aside from functions, is to create a 2D list that contains all your rooms inside that level. I used this method for level 2. I numbered all the rooms and I used a while loop to display the rooms. Interaction. Throughout this game you find items such as keys, abilities, and weapons. Most of these variables are defined as global variables at the start of the program. That way I can use these variables in functions. So for example, I have a global variable called Danny Health. At the beginning, you have 100% health. But when you fight enemies, your health may lower. So I use these global variables to keep track of all of these characteristics. Another useful interaction in level 1 is a map to the left end of the hallway. This map will really help you roam around the level. Fighting. I used two very important libraries, the random library and the time library, for the fighting aspect of this game. The basic game mechanic for the fighting is that it's time-based and turn-based. So when you encounter an enemy, such as your mommy, you're given some attack options or defense options. As soon as you're given these options, the clock starts ticking. In order to create this clock, I used a time library. I set the start timer as soon as I use user input. Then I end the timer after you've chosen an option. And based on the subtraction of these values, I'm able to determine how long it takes for you to choose an option. For example, an attack option or defense option. Why is this useful? Well, when you are attacking, the enemy could dodge your attack if you are too slow at choosing your attack. Or if you're quick enough, you can hit the enemy. And I also use this when the enemy attacks you. When the enemy attacks you, you're given several options based on their attack. And you want to choose the correct one as fast as you can if you want to dodge their attack. And again, I use that timer function. If you're too slow, well, too bad. They're going to attack you and your health is lowered. And then they'll keep attacking you until you dodge their attack. Another integration I added, thanks to Eden Sanders, is the countdown function. This function will basically count down from 3 to 1, and they will prepare you for your options. When you are attacking the enemy, I have a fight 1 function, and this function checks if the enemy's health is 0. If it is 0, you won the fight. If it's not 0, you keep fighting. When the enemy is attacking you, I have a fight loss function, and it will check whether or not you lost the fight. If you lost the fight, then too bad, it's game over. If you won the fight, I always give the option to view the inventory. This inventory uses the global variables mentioned earlier on to display your health, the items you find, weapons, and abilities. This inventory is actually created using related lists. These are two lists that are printed to the screen using a for loop. Thanks for watching this video, and I hope you will get a chance to play this game.